this person would be building something from the absolute ground up, and they would really be making an impact and have that visibility across the company. Like I said, it's one of the top priorities of the executive team. And I just think it's going to be such a game changer for their career.
Hi, my name is Henry, and in this video, I'll be chatting with Jeanne, who's hiring a senior PMM at Clari. We'll talk about what Clari does, what she's looking for in a senior PMM, and what her management style is. And make sure to watch till the very end because she'll share 3 reasons why you should apply to this role. Now, let's get started. Can you just tell us about yourself?
Absolutely. So my name is Jeanne Ford. I'm the director of product marketing and specifically go-to-market over at Clari. So I get to work with growth marketing teams, sales, our customer success teams to really look at what does our pipeline look like and what programs and processes can we put in place to really help speed up sales deals and help us go to market in a more efficient way. I've been doing product marketing for the last, I don't even know, like 7, 8, 9+ years now. And I absolutely love every bit of it.
Just curious, what's your favorite part about product marketing?
Yeah, I mean, if in terms of like the functionality of it, like I believe product marketing is market research, product launch, sales enablement campaigns. I love the breadth of it all. I think the part that I love the most is pretty much you're constantly creating order out of chaos and you're translating in between marketing teams, sales teams, product teams. You're figuring out where does the market research fit into the go-to-market? Where does this all fit into product launch? So in my mind, it's a huge puzzle. And you're basically trying to create one clear strategy. And at the end of the day, if you can kind of like move the needle with numbers or really get the market to see something different, you've done a good job of it. But until then, it's chaos. And I love that piece of it.
Can you just give us an overview of what the company does?
We're a late stage to B2B software SaaS company. We help organizations answer what's arguably the most important question in business. Are we going to meet, miss, or beat on revenue? That sounds like a very simple question to answer, but in reality, most companies have a very hard time or unable to do this because they don't have visibility to pipeline, to revenue data across the organization, because they don't have a forecasting process, because they don't have the tools in place needed to really get their sales teams to meet those numbers. One thing that I enjoy working about with Clari is the value that we provide is for everybody. It's mainly for people that are on like sales revenue teams. And for a rep, it's being able to not have to log everything in CRM, but have all their email activity for each opportunity that they've worked on captured within Clari and be able to access and see like, hey, if I'm looking at all my opportunities, where do they stand? Like, what's the likelihood of it closing? How do I send my forecast to my higher ups so that I know where it stands from a sales manager standpoint? They don't actually need to, most one-on-ones right now are spent like trying to almost interrogate their reps in a way, or realistically, like, where are your deals? Which ones do you think are going to work? What's not going to work? But with Clari, they actually can see the at-a-view glance of everything and dig in and see their pipeline and say, here's where we're going. Let me drill down and look at these particular deals. What's at risk? Like, they can better coach their reps. And then from like an even higher up level, VP sales, like finance, CROs are in our system day in, day out standpoint. They can actually look at the business and they can say, here's where my pipeline is, here's where it was, here's where it's going, here are the deals that make it up, so that when they're talking to the board or they're trying to figure out where to resource their teams, they can actually understand exactly where the business stands in terms of their revenue. We've helped a lot of companies get to IPO, and then we've helped a lot of larger companies look at their revenue as a whole and scale up.
Can you tell us about the open senior PMM role that you're hiring for?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a unique role, I would say, on the team, and I'm super excited about it. So I think it's unique in the sense that essentially it's working for an early stage startup like business unit within a later stage company. So Clari in the past, I would say, has done a really darn good job of selling into the technology industry, helping companies as they get towards IPO really solidify their forecasting, their revenue processes to get there. And we've done really well at the technology sector. Now what we're looking to do is take all of that and go one step further and break into different verticals and take our product and figure out, how do we break into healthcare? How do we break into professional services? How do we break into finance? And the fun part of all this, I would say, is we're looking for a generalist product marketing person that can be both strategic and tactical. So somebody who can kind of come in and say, hey, I am looking at a blank slate. You haven't done a lot in these industries, but I'm able to go in and understand I need to do X market research in order to hit these go-to-market goals and to build that plan out and to really go out there and execute. So I think that's a big part of it. The other big thing that I would love for this person to do is really come in and build credibility with the org and take their PMM expertise and build out this enterprise or this industry's initiative and kind of partner with the different stakeholders to bring this to life. So this is our number one. And I would say it came up on our all hands today. It's one of our number one executive priorities is to break into different industries so that we can expand our addressable market.
Awesome. And just to get more context, how big is the product marketing team today? Where would this senior PMM fit in that team landscape?
Yeah, good question. So the product marketing team today sits under corporate and product marketing, which sits under marketing. And so we have about 6 folks that are spread across, I would say, the technical PMM side, as well as the go-to-market PMM side. So I own the go-to-market part of product marketing. I have somebody who works on the core product marketing stuff, personas, roadmap, all those fun things. And then I have somebody that runs solutions marketing. So this industry's role would sit under my team and you would have to deal with me, unfortunately. But yeah, the way I see it sitting under the team is I am looking for somebody that can really kind of like run their own. And I almost want them to go and just be that person that works on the industry's team and works with that Tiger team, but leverage the resources of the team that I have today as well. So.
Got it. Which brings me to the next question. What's your management style?
I put a lot of work into hiring people. I believe in hiring the smartest people and someone that is fully capable and somebody that I see kind of taking things in like holding the reins on their own. So with my management style, I kind of trust people to kind of run on their own, and the autonomy piece is huge to me. But I also believe that I'm the resource to bounce ideas off of, to push back, to help calibrate, to get this person to the next level. The other thing that is very, very big to me is continuous growth. Having somebody that wants to be continually challenged, wants to continuously learn, wants to move ahead in their career. And I think it's really important for us to co-create that and co-create a career path, because I don't like being stagnant. And I think it's really important that you're constantly moving and kind of climbing and learning and challenging yourself. We have a good team dynamic going. And so I think it's really important for me as a manager to kind of facilitate that and hire the right folks in to fit into that and to hire somebody in that can add on to that culture and add a personality to that. So those are the big things that are big to me.
You talked a lot about autonomy. What does that look like on a weekly or monthly basis as you work with this person?
I have weekly one-on-ones, but I also very, very much believe in open door policies. I tell my employees, if you ever have an idea, if you get excited about anything, if you're in between ideas and you need someone to bounce ideas off of, if you want to vent, like come to me anytime, like make time. I think the biggest thing for me that's important at the end of the day is we have our corporate level goals and we have our department goals, and then making sure that our scope of work and things that are being worked on has milestones and timelines and aligns to a corporate vision or aligns to what we're doing at the very top.
What is the culture like at Clari?
I will share from my personal experience how I kind of landed at Clari. So I actually took a year off work. I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. And so I took some time off work to spend with the kids. I interviewed for a long time. I had a year. And so I talked to a lot of different tech companies, and there was a few things that I was looking for. I was looking for company size, like the role, all that, like those things. But the culture was one thing that I was really looking for. And I think at the end of the day, it comes down to people. Clari, I would say, has a very unique culture that I have not seen anywhere else. It's a very experimental, grounds up, you own your own autonomous culture. I've seen this here more than any company that I've been at. If you see something to go solve, you can just go and you do it and you own it. And no one's really going to stop you on that piece. So you really can build your own. And I know our CEO likes to use the word remarkable to describe all the employees at Clari. And I truly, truly do believe that. And I remember when I was interviewing, a former coworker of mine had worked here, and he had said that the people at the company were very smart yet humble, and that kind of stuck in my head. And I think that ties up to that remarkable piece. So I think everyone that I met along the interview process and as I've been working here and that we've hired in has had those attributes of being like smart and hungry, and yet at the same time humble.
Last question is, what are the 3 reasons why people should apply to this role?
I would say the first and foremost this person would be building something from the absolute ground up, and they would really be making an impact and have that visibility across the company. Like I said, it's one of the top priorities of the executive team. And I just think it's going to be such a game changer for their career. The other thing is, I think you'd be learning quite a bit, and you'd be joining the company at a really, really unique time. We're building this category of revenue collaboration and governance, and kind of owning a brand new category and creating that. So that is a ton of fun to join and to start up an industries initiative at a company, at a late stage startup. And I think that the thing that is always going to wrap it all up for me is come join us, because we have a really great team of rock stars. I really do believe we have one of the best teams and some great personalities and some really smart folks. And so that's a lot of fun. And that's across Clari. It's not just on the team, but especially on our team.
Well, Jeanne, thank you so much for sharing about this role and the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it.
That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and comment below on what kind of videos you want to see next. Till next time, see you.